All right, the final two teams. We've finally made it. First up, we have the Tennessee Titans. The Titans went 9-7 last year. They outperformed everybody's expectations in the playoffs. They are plus 2,800 to win the Super Bowl. That seems like a like an interesting line to bet, probably. Over under 8.5. I would rather have exposure on them to win the Super Bowl than over 8.5. I just want to have a shot at that high of a number. Um, what is? Yeah, I like that. I like that. So let's take a look at what happened to their roster. Jarrell Casey is a good player. He is gone. Dion Lewis, good player. He is gone. Marcus Mariota, not that good of a player. Not good enough to keep his job at least. They gained Jonathan Joseph, who's an okay player. I'm pretty sure that their cornerbacks are still like. Is he even good enough to play? Is he like the new nickel corner or something? I don't know. Sonoris Perry, don't care. Vic Beasley is a good player. That's probably an upgrade for them. But that's basically it. Ryan Tannehill, I'm not drafting him. Derrick Henry, good running back. I probably won't have much of him. I don't think that he'll perform as well as he did last year. Maybe I'll have a few shares of him if he like falls to the second round in best ball, but he probably won't. AJ Brown and Corey Davis. I think AJ Brown is very interesting. He is Ryan Tannehill's favorite target, and he has enough talent to kind of create on his own. I think Corey Davis does too. So like I will be drafting Corey Davis on a decent number of best ball teams, even if I don't have Ryan Tannehill. I don't intend on having Tannehill often, but I think he does make sense as a QB2 in best ball if you have a very good QB1, because then you can kind of take the risk of Ryan Tannehill. He does have some running upside. Ryan Tannehill had some good fantasy performances at the end of the year. So if you believe in the end of the season that the Titans had, then you can kind of go for it. It is a little scary though. Jonnu Smith had a good year, specifically at the end when everything started clicking. So if you think that the Titans were not a fluke at the end of the year, give them a shot. It's pretty simple though. It really comes down to that. Like, do you think it was a fluke? Yes or no? And then if you think it was a fluke, don't draft any of them. If you don't think it was a fluke, then Tannehill, AJ Brown, Johnny Smith makes sense. Derrick Henry, I don't think makes sense in any of those scenarios. I don't expect him to be the most important player in NFL fantasy ever. Uh, so there's that. Next up, Washington. Washington. Let's see. Their over under is 5. Public sentiment is extremely low, so I think the over is probably the right side. A ton of different players on their roster. Ron Rivera is the coach. He announced that he has cancer. I don't know if he's going to be the coach of the team or not. Um, so, don't really have anything else to say about that other than get well soon, Coach Rivera. Very fun coach overall, and seems like his players love him because he's willing to go for it. You got to respect that. They're plus 15,000. I'm not betting on that. Player movement. Colt McCoy's gone. Nobody cares. Josh Norman's gone. Nobody cares. Case Keenum is gone. Guess what? Nobody cares. Chris Thompson is gone. Nobody cares, but they should. Chris Thompson, I like Chris Thompson a lot. Darius Geis, bye bye. Thaddeus Moss. That's Randy Moss's son, right? I guess he couldn't figure it out. Thomas Davis. Aaron Colvin, Cody Latimer, Dontrell Inman, Ronald Darby. I think Darby is the bad cornerback I was thinking of. Kendall Fuller, Sean Davis. Sean Davis is a good player from Pittsburgh, I think. Not many good additions, so not looking good for Washington. Dwayne Haskins. I will most likely not draft him unless I have Terry McLaurin on my team. He makes sense as a second QB for best ball, but that's about it. You probably want him if you have 3 quarterbacks. Having 2 quarterbacks and Dwayne Haskins is one of them feels bad, probably. AP and Antonio Gibson are both going to be drafted in most best ball leagues. I prefer the Adrian Peterson side because of the point in the draft when you can get him. Antonio Gibson is like the shiny new toy. Everybody likes the theoretical upside of Antonio Gibson, but the number of people who have actually watched Antonio Gibson play a game is probably quite low compared to the number of people who are drafting him. Terry McLaurin is a very good wide receiver. Steven Sims had a couple of good weeks. Trey Quinn had a couple of good weeks. Antonio Gandy Golden has a great name. I don't think I'll be drafting him. So these guys should be all yellow. Maybe if you take Dwayne Haskins and you want to get a couple players to fill out your lineup, you go for the high upside there. Jeremy Sprinkle, I think, is actually a pretty good receiving tight end. Logan Thomas was a quarterback. Now he's a tight end. So I don't think I want him. But you can kind of consider some of these players. If you want to get a stack at the end of the best ball draft and Dwayne Haskins is still available, Steven Sims, Trey Quinn, Antonio Gandy Golden, maybe something clicks and you get lucky. It will definitely be low owned. So that's a benefit. Antonio Gibson is very interesting, but AP is AP. Like, it's a Frank Gore situation, but instead of it being Frank Gore, it's one of the best running backs of all time. So, just you got to draft it. I think you have to draft Adrian Peterson often in best ball. I think he's a great best ball choice because there will be weeks where he gets 15 to 20 touches on the ground, has 100 yards rushing, and a touchdown. And that is going to work for your RB1, RB2, or your flex spot. So I think it's kind of foolish to not have Adrian Peterson on some of your best ball rosters at this point. Is he going to win the league for you on his own? Probably not. But is he going to help you win if you have other players that are performing well? I think so. So that's it. We got through all 32 teams. Go us. So thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments which players you are most interested in. And otherwise, check in periodically. Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. I'm going to do a lot of best ball drafting on Twitch. And I'll put some of the highlights on YouTube probably. Actually, I probably won't put any of the highlights on YouTube until I have my portfolio finished. And I'll probably do it like week 1, like I'll do a recap probably week 1. So that's basically it for me. Thanks for watching. Make sure you check out Patreon, Discord, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Thanks for watching. Also, thanks for watching. Also, 49ers suck. And so do the Cowboys, and so do the Eagles, and so do the Jets. But that's it. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later.